Hi, my name is Dee. I'm so excited to be a part of Lifeline Music for the first time in a concert I believe Warren termed as jazzical. Absolutely my first time really reading from a chart. Understand how to improvise and all of the whole shebang. So really excited and nervous at the same time and to play this, so it should be fun. It's a completely different mentality from when I do a classical concert. For us, it's all about planning, ahead of thinking, knowing what you play before you even play it. In this case, I really have to somehow turn my brain backwards, which I'm struggling, but I'm doing my best and trying. So it's really fun and glad to be here.
Welcome to Spkezy TV. I'm your host, Southwest Sen. We're here with world-renowned pianist, DiWu. First off, I'd just like to say you did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Beautiful. But we're going to get straight into it.
All right.
We would like to know, DiWu, what does that mean as far as concerned?
You know, actually in Chinese, the name is, they will call me Wu Di instead.
Wu.
Yes, Wu is actually my, what they call the last name, but in an order they switch it in Chinese. So since in Chinese, a lot of the words has the same sound but different meanings, so my name could be meant as invincible.
Invincible?
Yeah, it could be meant as invincible. The first letter Wu means nothing. No, basically nothing. That just the sound of that Wu. So when my dad trying to decide the name, they said you can't put money after that. It means no money. That's no good. Luck, no good. You know, beautiful, no good. Like no beautiful. So what's the best thing to do is to put no enemy. So that's more or less what it meant.
Wow, that's and with that being said, rolling off of that, you coming into the musical background as far as your family was...
My parents are both musicians. My dad is a baritone singer, opera, and my mom was a contemporary dancer. So they said that when I was still in my mom's belly, my dad will sing to my mom's belly and I will kick. So that's that's the earliest of my musical exposure when I was still in my mom's belly.
So you started in the belly?
Real young. Well, I really started piano when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's what inspired you as well, as far as your parents, or was it just natural knack for it?
I think it was. It didn't start out to be that I have to play the piano. I have to, really be a professional. It was just that they had such easy access to, education in the art. So why not expand, their daughter's horizon and to be more cultured? So that's why we took piano lessons. They said, oh well, let's choose the piano, the biggest one for D. So the piano is the biggest instrument, aside from organ, but it's a little difficult to acquire an organ. Yeah. So we got a piano and we started practicing, and I seemed to love it. I was able to practice like an hour a day when I was like 4. So I know when I was a kid. So usually a lot of times kids, you have to force them to sit on the piano. I didn't need that, so somehow I just got on the wagon and have been on it ever since.
So you had a natural passion for the piano. Did you ever want to play any other instrument, or?
Well, I think piano is just sort of this orchestral instrument that we can kind of imitate a lot of different other instruments. But if I were to choose another instrument, it would be cello.
Wow.
Yeah, I like cello a lot.
As far as your touring experience, how does it feel with touring across the world? How was that experience?
Well, there is touring, but there is like traveling. I think being a touring musician, one has to understand that you're actually there for jobs.
Exactly.
You're not there to see the scenes.
Exactly.
So you need a lot of discipline to make sure that you're always you need to practice a lot, always wherever you go. And most of the places, and it's funny, people say you see a lot of places. And I see the hotel and the concert hall, and then when I get out, it's dark. That's mostly no, but it's an extraordinarily challenging and inspiring life, and that it's I'm very glad that I have a chance to do it.
I bet. So you came into the, if I'm not mistaken, you came into the States when the U.S. in 1999?
Yeah, when I was 14 and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while. I've been in the United States the same amount of time as I have been in China. So I've split.
Was there any influence once you came over into the States? Was there any influence that helped you better your craft, or?
Yeah, well, culturally I think there's a lot of freedom for you to express yourself, and that a lot more, the culture is a lot more on the encouraging side, which is good for later development. I think when you're young, you kind of need someone to be on your back a little bit and say practice. So as you get older, when you know better, maybe the encouragement on personal voice, it's a very good thing. So.
Question is, who's your favorite composer?
I love French music.
Okay.
I love French music because it gives, when I play it, I feel like I'm watching water paintings, and there's image, there's color, and it's a multimedia thing going on in my head, and I absolutely love that. And I love Russian music for its emotionality. It's very touching, it's very moving, and I really like that about, it's like the hot blood. So I really like that about the Russian music, and yeah.
All right. Well, being as though you are basically a musician, jazz, it's classical.
Classical, yeah.
Do you listen to anything? Do you listen to any rap, hip hop,
yeah.
R&B?
Yeah. Well, I have to say, it's not that I really know, if you really ask me, a good hip hop or good R&B, but I do listen to basically everybody. I really like the latest Justin Timberlake's, album, the 2020. Yeah, I like that, and I think I have to say, last few months I have been performing a lot, so I haven't had a chance to listen to a lot of things. But yeah, I listen to a lot of the current music by various artists, from hip hop to rap to country, and to sometimes.
People tend to put everything in a bracket like
stationary.
You just
No. I would
or...
say that a good 50% of my time when I'm not playing, I'm not listening to classical. At least 50%. So.
As far as the many orchestras that you dealt with, what was your best experience as to date so far?
Oh my gosh, really? Well, I mean, come on. I played with the Philadelphia Orchestra. I have to say, playing with them is just like I played with them last year at the Mann Center, and I think we had 3,000, 4,000 people in the audience, and the energy was just unbelievable. But playing with them, the thing is that they are so good, and that whatever you do, they respond. It's kind of like playing jazz a little bit, is that there is a slight, not improv, but you can't really improv, but there is there is fluidity in the way classical moves or flows, and they just move with you like this, and I love it.
So it's a beautiful thing for you, beautiful experience.
Absolutely.
Now, was it hard balancing getting your master's degree and continuing to proceed with your career and progress as far as musically?
Well, at the time, I finished my master's a while back, but at the time, I was. It's how have always been the case of both being in school and being a professional. So that's something I'm used to. So it's not something that I even think about it as being difficult. So yeah.
All right. Well, you know, we're gonna conclude it. I know you got somewhere to go.
Oh no, I'm glad to be here. Today has been a real fun and challenging but fun day.
Well, you make it look easy.
Oh,
You make it look
good.
real easy. So we thank you for having you on Spkezy
Thank
TV.
you.
And, God bless, and we just wish you the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.